All right, we are live and we are back to talk about another spoiler review. This time, we're gonna talk about Fantastic Four. Sorry for
No,
that.
not Fan Four Sick. This is actually
This
fantastic.
is Fantastic Four. You guys see it like that? And of
What's
course,
that?
I am Alex, aka Alex 3.0, aka Dodger fan for life.
Who won
Bitch.
today, by the way?
I know.
Yeah, I think
Yay! Yay!
And, yeah, and of course, I'm joined by Kenny, Mister. I always get your name. Car Productions, aka the biggest Fantastic Four fanboy in this? Question mark? How you doing, Kenny?
I've been doing really good now.
Mhm.
I've been looking forward to this probably more than Superman.
Whoa, fighting words. But all right, so of course we're also joined by Thomas, aka Horror Fan 34, aka Philly Boy, aka Late to the Party.
Well, what can I say?
You're hungry.
I was starving. I was hungry as fuck.
Yeah, but everybody's got to eat, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're saying there are people
I don't feel bloated, thank God.
people who shouldn't be driving.
I know.
Yeah,
exactly.
some assholes that shouldn't be driving, but then again,
Exactly.
welcome to Philadelphia, people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Home of the cheese and bad drivers. And of course, the return, the grand return of Rob, aka from Rob's Nightmares, aka the James Gunn hater. Just kidding.
Really?
How you doing, Rob? It's great to have you back in the stream, man.
Thank you. You guys don't know this, but I have stretching powers. Do you want to see?
I'll take your word for it.
No,
I'll take your word for it.
Let me take off my pants. Hold on.
no.
I was gonna say, where the hell is he going with this Gretchen thing?
I was gonna say, yeah.
Is he gonna blank
He's
out?
gonna stretch his butt cheeks. That's what he's gonna stretch.
I just thought you wanted to see some stretching. That's all. Okay. Okay.
He's gonna stretch them cheeks. No, but that's what he's gonna do. Those are his special powers.
Anyone got a tape measure? Anyway. All right. Yeah. Yeah. It's good to be back, guys. Good to be
Good to
back.
have you back. So just like what we did with the Superman stream, I'm just gonna have everybody say what they thought overall about the movie, like in a couple sentences, and then we're gonna go into spoilers.
Yeah.
Together. So since this is a return of Rob, overall, what did you think about the movie itself?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I went with my dad and my two sons, Logan and Lane, and they kind of they came to me. They were like, you know what? Fantastic Four looks awesome. Let's go see it. And I'm like, really? I'm like, okay, because I wasn't really planning much on it. So I'm really glad I did because we all really enjoyed it. My dad knows more probably about the Fantastic Four than I do because he grew up with the comics with The Thing, where The Thing fought the Hulk, and he would always talk about that. So when he saw this movie, he was like, man, that was like watching a comic book come to life. And all I could really compare it to was the 2005 movie, which I do like, but I'm like, this is definitely because I've read a few Fantastic Four comics, and I'm like, this is just like the comics. I'm like, yeah, this is, all the characters are pretty accurate, and I don't know, I had a good time with it. I really kind of went in kind of like, I'll just clear my head, give it a chance, and that's pretty much it. I wasn't overhyped or anything. I think I only watched a couple of the trailers. So,
What theater were you at? The one that you call the crappy one or the really good one?
Oh yeah, the best theater in the world. The one with the rusty toilets. Yeah, that's the greatest theater in the world. Yeah, I even had to take a piss when I was in there, and I pissed all over the floor. I'm sorry if whoever had to clean it up, but it hasn't been cleaned up in 50 years, so it don't matter.
Okay. Overall, Robbie really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really did. I thought it was good.
Okay. So, Thomas, overall, what did you think about the movie?
This was a lot better than I thought it was going to be because I was just like you, Alex. I wasn't too impressed with the first trailer,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm not too sure. But well, I tell you what, when I saw the poster and everything, I'm like, okay, you know what? Like this is like, this kind of intrigues me a little bit more. I'm gonna go take a look. And I heard the good word of mouth. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll take their word for it. And I came out and I was pleasantly surprised of how much I really like this. I
Yeah,
mean,
he came. Did you hear that? He came.
I did. I came physically and metaphorically.
Every day.
um, this was. I mean, I walked out of this with a smile on my face, just like I did with Superman. I love this movie. I love this
Oh,
film
hush
very
you.
much. I think so far right now this would be in my top 5 of the year. It would be. I
I would
think
agree with that.
I think first and foremost, I think my favorite thing about this whole thing is I think these two things kind of go together. I would say, but one's a little bit kind of a smaller detail, but that's how colorful this movie is. Like that's how I loved about like it was just like with Superman, how colorful this movie was, how much this really felt like a comic book movie, and the best thing about this film for me was the cast. Like just like with Superman, like I loved every single aspect of the casting in this. I loved Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Loved him as Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm was awesome. I really like Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch, and I always screw up this guy's name who plays the Thing. I got to look him up. Ebon Moss Bachrach. Is that how you say his name?
I think so. I think you got it
Ebon
right.
Moss Bachrach as
I think you
Ben
got it
Grimm
right.
the Thing. He was great. And I really like the two villains. I think Ralph Ineson, I think that's how you say his name, is Galactus, and soon to be star of Weapons, Julia Garner as the Silver Surfer. She was great. And one thing I wanted to give credit for was the director of this film. How do you say his name? Matt Shackman. Matt Shackman.
Shackman.
You
I
know,
think
you know
it's
what's
Shackman.
Yeah,
Shackman.
Matt Shackman. For anybody who's unfamiliar with that name, I'm like, why does this name look so familiar to me? I was telling Alex about this. I don't know if Kenny and Rob know this, but Matt Shackman, back in the day, used to be a child actor. You know what he was on back in the day?
I forgot
Remember,
what you said.
remember, Just the 10 of Us on ABC.
Yes, I remember
He
that.
was
Yeah.
he was the son, J.R. Lubbock, on Just the 10 of Us. Which I'm like, that's why that name was familiar. I'm like, he was the son on Just the 10 of Us as the little kid. I'm like, wow, and I'm like, I knew he worked for Marvel, but I'm like, I did not know he actually got a chance to direct a film. And I tell you what, man, congratulations for this being your first, like, I guess, like big theatrical film. Like, holy cow, did this guy do a good
Well,
job?
I was going to
I
say,
think he did WandaVision though, didn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, like theatrical film wise, I mean,
Yeah. He did do WandaVision. Yes.
but he did do WandaVision. You are right about
I
that.
love WandaVision. Yeah.
But this movie was, like I said, this movie was wonderful. Like the cat, like the best thing about this was the cast, and I really felt like what I loved about the Fantastic Four was it kind of reminded me of like the first Avengers in a way, where they felt like a family group, like tight knit group family that battled for each other, and it really reminded me of like the first Avengers in a way. That's what it really reminded me of. They felt like a family bond between these 4 characters, and I love this thing. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised at how I was better than I thought it was going to be. So that's
you mean that Avengers from 2012?
Yeah, the first ever
Okay,
Avengers. Yeah.
No, he means the one from 1997.
No.
1998.
Oh, the one with Sean Connery dressed as a gummy bear.
So I
That
was
one.
making sure I had it. I was making
Oh
sure
my
I
god.
had it.
But I love this movie. A lot better than I thought it was going to be, and I can't wait to rewatch it again.
Okay. All right. Kenny.
Logan and Landon making noise.
They agree with me.
Kenny, maybe they did. Yeah, they do. Kenny, what you think of the movie?
I like Thomas. I really liked how colorful it was, and I really liked the blue motif throughout a lot of it too. I thought that worked out. I thought that looked really good, and it worked. All four of them worked really well together. Like, I really liked how Ben Grimm the King was already accepting and used to he didn't have a conflict with himself about wanting to change back. And I liked how they made his kind of brow look where it kind of pokes at it, yeah, both the sides. Um, I liked how they also involved
Rob,
the
you want to mute yourself because I can't hear Kenny for now.
I'm not talking.
Oh, I guess because
no, they're hearing other noise.
yeah.
Oh,
it
you
stopped,
do?
Never mind. Never mind. It stopped. I guess. Never mind. Go ahead, Kenny. I spoke too soon.
What was I?
That's
That's what we were hearing.
Yeah.
That must be Isabella.
What?
Is that Isabella in there with you?
She's not in here now, but she's over there. Why?
No, because we can
Oh,
hear.
I mean,
You can- How can you hear that if I have headphones on?
It sounds really good.
we're-
Okay. Okay. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I was saying it was coming in so clearly. It was
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
Okay.
the other thing I was thinking of, I liked how all the citizens in the film were in a way kind of they were more involved in this film than anything that came before, and they were for a large part of the film they were really accepting of them, and they really liked uh, mainly what Reed and Sue were doing. I know Reed, he was really famous with being a scientist, but he also was a teacher doing it, and many he was world renowned for that. And what was Sue working? I think she was like an advocate for
She's a spokesperson,
yeah,
kind of like that.
yes, she was well respected in doing that and Ben was already very good at being a pilot. I'm not sure if it showed what Johnny was working at. I don't remember it.
They do show you what he's working on.
What was it?
Well, translating the language.
No. I don't. I didn't mean that. What
Oh,
like?
as I'm talking about as astronauts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like he does a couple of things in the spaceship sequence.
And then, well, I mean, like what he does say,
He knows what he's doing. Like
I didn't remember if they pointed out what he does, like for work or whatever. Like Reed, as I said, a scientist, Sue, some kind of a advocate or a public speaker, Ben, a pilot. I'm guessing maybe Johnny is just a translator.
Right, like he knows the spaceship stuff in this one.
Mhm. I really liked how they made pretty much everything in this look as believable and real as possible. And like, I love how they made the car look in this. And then I'm guessing, I'm not sure what faction these people are in, but they're all wearing like blue suits. I guess they work with Sue Storm there, and I really liked them. Their building that they live in and work in is really uh, cool too. I loved how that looked. I remember
We lost Rob.
I wasn't real sure how they would do Galactus. I was like, I hope they don't do him as a big cloud again. Thank goodness they didn't. That ship he's in almost looks like a round cloud thing, but I really liked how that spaceship looked. That must be really large because of how big he is. We didn't really see what the scale of that big spaceship is, though, except for one moment. I really liked how they made black holes look in this too. But overall, yeah, I've this is one of my favorite of the year so far. I highly enjoyed this one.
Okay.
Oh, where'd Rob go?
I messaged him. I don't know what happened.
Well, Isabella
I
isn't
think it's
there, so she
no.
didn't.
I think maybe it's a connection issue.
Uh-oh.
Um,
No, I thought that was already taken care of once he got a new internet service.
yeah. Okay. Well, while we wait for him, I'll just tell you my thoughts quickly. Before we get into like the nitty gritty
Mhm.
details of everything.
Because I have a
Um.
lot of scenes I want to talk about that are my favorites.
Yeah. Just like Thomas, he mentioned it already that I wasn't really impressed by the trailers going in, but I was pleasantly surprised by how much I liked it. I thought, well, first of all, I really liked the family dynamic in this one.
Yeah, it was
Was
really.
there's something that's something I did kind of like in the original uh
Two.
Oh, the 2005
yeah, the
movie.
2005 one, but it was just like um played more for laughs, really. Like
Well,
this
this one
one,
was kind of
yeah,
more heartfelt.
yeah, this one, yeah, a lot more. It says okay.
And
What
Rob says
happened?
that he needs to do an update on his tablet. Is saying he needs to
Oh,
update
it
on
has to
it.
update.
I guess.
I found it also really interesting that they never showed them do any training, but they didn't really need to apparently.
Well, because in this movie, it's established they've been the Fantastic Four for 4 years.
Yeah.
So they
Right.
skip over the origin. I like that they skip over the origin. They kind of just
Yeah.
like do a montage at the beginning.
Hmm.
I thought all the actors did well.
Yeah,
But I will say Vanessa Kirby was the MVP of the
she
film.
was.
I thought,
In a
yeah,
way, that kind of reminds. It's like I think, from my opinion, like Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane was the MVP in Superman.
uh huh,
At least when it comes to like female characters, that is.
uh huh, and
I really liked her
She
Vanessa.
was great.
and even though the movie didn't have that much action, I thought when the action was there, it was really intense.
Yeah,
It was edge of your seat, and it was well done.
it was visually pleasing to look at too.
Yeah, and I really liked the setting of the and the music of this futuristic 1960s.
Mhm.
It's kind of like the Jetsons a bit, right, with the robot and
It has a
everything.
little bit of that feeling. Yeah,
That's what I remember.
We're comparing it to.
That's what it reminded me of.
especially like the Silver Surfer chase in space.
Yes, that's specifically the action scene I'm talking about. That was like
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite parts of the movie is when Johnny Storm is chasing the Silver Surfer
yeah.
in outer space. That was.
When the Silver Surfer's chasing them.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that sequence. That
Mhm.
whole middle part of the movie.
Right,
And-
when they're in space in that black hole.
And this movie kind of proves that you don't need a comic movie to be over 2 hours. The movie's
Right.
barely 2 hours, and it's tight, and the pacing is so good. It's like
Let's say, yeah, this
flies
is-
by, literally flies by.
Even though Superman itself was like 2 hours long, I still that went by quick like this did.
Yeah, this was even shorter,
Yeah, but I say, what was this, like an hour and
55 minutes
like
with
50
credits.
Yeah, something like
Around
that.
there, yeah.
So without credits, it's like barely even
An hour and
50 minutes,
yeah,
and it goes by fast.
it goes by really fast.
Yeah. So
I really liked that somewhat mid credit scene.
no, hold on, we'll get into that later.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
mention that yet. Yeah.
But
Okay. So Rob's gonna try to do the update, and he'll try to get back on.
like what you were saying about the music score. I really liked how they worked that into this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the musical score in this was really good.
Mm-hmm. The I mean, I don't want to get into the negatives yet without Raw, but I think we might have to, unless you guys just want to keep talking about the positives.
Um, why are there some negatives about it?
Yeah, for me there is. It's
Now,
not perfect. It's not a perfect movie.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I
could
can't
say.
say. I can't say like Like here's the thing. I can't say I loved it like everybody else did, but I liked it way more than I thought I was going to.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll definitely give that its props.
I like how they changed. It's not really a film thing, but I liked how they changed it, the word Marvel for this.
Oh, you talking about the
They had
Marvel? Are you talking about the
had
Marvel intro?
no the word of Marvel. They have it in the poster and in the film where it looks kind of it looks like it's in these blocks.
Okay. I'll look at
Marvel
it closer.
Studios.
Oh yeah, I see. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. It's a little more
Yeah, they
retro.
did that in the post. They have it here in the poster and in the film.
Okay, I see what you mean. Um,
I felt that the city was certainly more of a character in this one than in any of the others.
See, I like that. It kind of reminded me of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man in a bit, but
Mm,
there was there's a moment in the movie where the people piss me off.
what
oh,
the citizens?
Yes, the citizens.
which?
The fact that they got mad at the Fantastic Four
Oh,
for not giving up the baby.
mm,
I'm just like, if it was your baby that Galactus wanted, would you give it up? Hell no, you wouldn't.
right.
Yeah,
That's I thought that really irritated me. Yeah.
But it did have Sue come out and say in a way, almost a revelation for Reed, and then he finally figured out what started out to be a good idea.
hmm The thing, it's like, yeah, that's one negative I'll bring up. Like the fact that that they're like, oh no, give up your baby. And I'm just like,
Mm,
no.
it's like what if that was your kid?
Exactly, that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm like. I was thinking like, if Galactus wanted the baby of like a civilian right there, would they that civilian give it up? Hell no, of course they wouldn't.
mhm.
Even if it's to save the world. And the crazy thing about it is like, well, what if they did give up the baby? Would they even trust Galactus not eat Earth?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, they didn't. Of course not. Uh-huh. Someone who wants to destroy your world, would you really trust that person?
No,
Absolutely not.
that's like friggin' trusting. I don't know. That's like trusting like Lex Luthor or something like that.
Yeah, actually, you know what
Yeah.
that reminded me of? The whole trusting the villain. Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Oh yeah,
How that government guy, that general, was trusting Doctor Doom
Uh,
after everything that happened in the first movie, and of course, Doom betrays him. It's like, yeah, you should have listened to Reed, you idiot.
right.
Yeah. So
Wasn't it in that one where I think the surfer did something and it made some kind of this power force hit them and then he kind of froze it right there or something and made part of his body kind of fall apart. I can't remember what it was,
I don't. Yeah, I don't remember what you
but
mean.
I was like, oh, well, that was what you get for in a way uh, turn your back on trying to help everyone.
Yeah, actually, speaking of Rise of Silver Surfer, I thought this movie was kind of a remake of that.
but a better version.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. A better
But a
version
much
of
better
that
version
movie.
of Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Even the ending's a bit similar. It's just like, okay, well, we have Galactus actually looks like Galactus.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And then this time we have a baby, not like the other one. Because like in Rise of the Silver Surfer, it's all about like, oh, when are we gonna get married? When are we gonna get married? And then this one's like, oh, how are we gonna raise this child?
Right, they were already married.
And then this one, they've been married for 2 years, they say.
Yeah.
And it's about the next step of being a parent. Being a parent as a superhero is like, I like that the way that was done.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
So okay, well, we can get. You know what? I'm curious. Do you guys have any negatives about the movie?
I can't really think of any negatives I do have about the film, to be honest. Now that I think about it, there wasn't too many things that really stood out that
Like
were
nitpicks and other like that.
not really. No.
Really?
There was that woman that Ben Grimm did kind of see, I think, twice at well, I can't remember what she were doing.
She was a teacher. She was a
He
teacher.
saw he saw her, I think, 3 times. I wish that relationship would have been developed a bit more.
She was a teacher at the Jewish school.
Teacher, that's it,
Yes.
yeah. Where
I agree. I agree that was underdeveloped.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? That is kind of a little bit of a thing.
I feel like maybe some of their scenes got cut.
Maybe hopefully it's in deleted scenes. Maybe.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. That is kind of one thing I.
Thomas, release the Shankman cut, right? Because he admitted that well, that's not gonna happen. He said that the version of the film that we saw is the only version we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Like fully, but like they cut scenes out. Like probably that was some of them. They also cut John Malkovich's role completely out of the movie.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to be in it. Like that montage where they're fighting the orangutans or whatever. Like that whole sequence was cut down, and that was where you're gonna get John Malkovich as the villain.
Yeah.
So all that stuff, that was in the montage at the beginning, like that was all full sequences they just cut down. Like the stuff with the mole man, that's another thing that I felt that was underdeveloped.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Paul Walter Hauser as an actor, but like I didn't like him in this movie. I gotta be honest.
Oh, yeah, but
the mole man.
Mole man, the miner. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like they're talking. He's talking to Reed like they've had history, but it's like we didn't see any of that history, so I was like, it doesn't really mean anything to me.
Right, and then he was also bad mouthing Johnny.
Yeah, it's like okay, they know it. I get it, but it's like if they, it's like maybe the scenes that he got cut out of the movie, that would have helped if they kept it in.
But he did end up being a big help because he get all the citizens down underground.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but that's. I don't know. What did you guys like, Mole Man, and the whole stuff?
What's that?
Mole Man.
The miner, that driller.
Yeah.
Character.
Mole Man.
I'd probably say one of my favorite moments of the film. It's kind of a humorous one where they're trying to adjust the car seat.
Near the
that
end,
was funny, but it went on a little too long.
It did, but it did, but I got a good laugh at and Sue and some really and one of the best emotional moments is when Sue Storm dies and then they revive her basically.
That's what also reminded me of Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, but this is done a lot better.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
Yeah.
I like Vanessa Kirby a lot better than Jessica Alba.
Yes. The thing is, like, no, you didn't answer my question. Did you guys like the Mole Man stuff?
I didn't. It wasn't in. He wasn't in it a lot, but I did. Once it got to Underground, I thought that was funny.
He has one of the best moments where that they're able to escape but I feel like though Paul Walter Hauser could have been utilized, could have been developed a little bit more.
Right. Yeah.
I guess I'm bad news, guys. I don't think Rob's gonna come back because his tablet is not cooperating.
Uh,
Um.
Yeah,
did he
yeah,
say that?
yeah. It's not working.
Mhm.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
so we're gonna have to move on with that unless he figures something out.
And then
Let's see.
maybe he'll surprise us with it, pop back in.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to unfortunately move on without him.
That's
Right.
Yeah.
Uh, Maybe another thing that was kind of weird. I mean, some parts of it I thought were good, but it looked kind of funny sometimes was when Galactus was stretching Reed when he had him in his hand and
Yes.
he stretched him all the way.
Yeah. It's like reminds you of when you used to do that with rubber bands in school.
yeah.
It
But
was
it
like
sure looked like it was hurting Reed big time.
yeah. Also, I thought he was gonna flick him away like that.
Oh,
I wish I had a rubber
I,
band so I can show you
I'm
guys.
glad it was he didn't do that.
That would have been funny though.
All right.
But what he was trying literally stretch him out like so he can like rip him apart.
Right. And it was for
No, that's the moment I liked. Here's the thing about the stretching thing. Uh, there's a reason. There's a reason why I didn't show it, too much in the movie because it just doesn't look good. It just no
You didn't
matter
like the stretching at all in this?
the effects,
Oh,
it still doesn't look good to me.
What does it?
The stretching effects.
oh, from
Yeah.
It's just like no matter what, that's never gonna look good. Live action.
Nah, no matter
well, at
how you
least
do
in
it.
this, they had years after. Uh, what was it? In what was
It
it?
looks better than the okay. It looks better than the other ones, but it still doesn't look so good. That's the only
Right.
CG that I thought wasn't great.
But
Wasn't so good.
when he's running and he's stretching, I thought it looked quite good.
When he's climbing,
Yeah. When
it,
he's
it just
playing.
it just that stretching effect it's never gonna look good.
The fire for Johnny was
That was fine.
fantastic.
I like that.
You didn't like. You thought it was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I didn't have a problem with the fire
I'm gonna get a
effects.
drink. I'll be.
I thought it looked
with me.
vastly better than how we've seen it before.
Sure, but then again, I never had an issue with the fire effects in the other
I
ones.
didn't either, but I mean, it looked more like it could actually uh, happen in, in realistically. I liked Sue Storm's invisibility.
Yes,
Mhm.
and that and the force field effects were good.
Mhm.
Um, and I was kind of worried about the Silver Surfer in this one,
Mhm.
like the
That's what I
effect,
was waiting to ask.
but I thought I not only did the effects for the Silver Surfer look good in the movie, I thought I liked their character too.
Mhm. That's what I was wondering.
That was a
How
lot of people's concern with that with the movie. Was like, but I ended up liking the Silver Surfer.
yeah, it didn't really. It wasn't that uh, big of a deal if it was man or woman anyway.
Yeah, because
Uh,
they have that female Silver Surfer in the comics, right?
yeah, that's right.
So it's like,
I honestly thought she was a perfect match, Julia Garner.
yeah, she did good. I liked her backstory too.
Yeah.
Right,
Which
and it
was,
was amazing. I really liked how Johnny had worked that together with all the different voices and her language, and then he was able to piece that together.
That's another thing I liked. That I liked that Johnny was actually useful for with the team. I
yeah.
like how this Johnny was like portrayed that
Right,
way.
he was more for the team and the family than how he was seen in the 2005, whereas for a lot of the film, he was all thinking about himself.
Yeah, even in the 2007 movie, I didn't think he was that useful
Right,
as a Silver Surfer movie.
and Ben Grimm was he was a that was a breath of fresh air instead of seeing him where he's more kind of jovial, not always. Well, Michael Chiklis says the film went on. The first one, he got more and more used, had fine with it, but it was still. I think how what was it, Angus? I think he uh put, it really did portray probably better than Michael Chiklis did. It looked real, but they may have had prosthetics for him. I find it funny that Ben didn't make a joke about how the suits looked in this.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
But I mean,
Okay,
I'm glad he didn't.
here's another thing that I was kind of disappointed with was that throughout the whole movie, they're they're setting up the whole it's clobbering time, right? Throughout the
Yeah,
whole movie, and then when it finally comes, he punches Galactus, and that's it. It's like, well, that wasn't really as epic as they made it out as they set it up to be. Like that should have been the final blow, like that makes Galactus go into the black hole.
Right. I was really hoping that it would have been saved for later a film or something. Kind of like how long it took for Captain America to
I will,
say "Avengers Assemble."
yeah, I will, yeah, I will say though that it was better than the 2015 clobbering time moment because that was dumb.
Yes, yes.
I will say another one of my favorite parts of the film was the whole Times Square battle with them and Galactus.
Mm,
I love that whole epic battle in Times Square. I mean, that was just like popcorn entertainment fun. And another really good bit is when Sue Storm is given birth during that chase sequence.
Yes.
yes,
That
yes.
is one of the best parts that always stood out to me.
You know what I loved about that part?
What
When
was that?
she tells Johnny like, Johnny, kill her. She's trying to kill your nephew. Kill her. I'm like, damn. But
Right,
that's completely justified because they're trying to take your baby away. And just, you know, I was
right.
like, yes,
Yeah,
any mother would do that. Would probably say
Mhm,
that in the moment, but she's give
right.
trying. She's going through labor. Mhm.
Which uh, in space, birth, you rarely ever see that kind of thing happen in a film or TV.
Yeah. But yeah. That whole sequence. Thomas, I'm glad Thomas mentioned that. That whole sequence was probably the best part of the movie. At least the
When
best.
the
At least the best action scene in the movie. I thought.
with
Just,
oh
the
yeah, the chase.
black
Yeah.
hole.
Hmm.
and I mean that sequence when they go visit um, Galactus to talk to him. When they finally show him, watching it. I turned to my friend that I was watching the movie with. I turned to him like I was like, God damn, he's huge.
That's what I was
Because
wondering how you two would take that.
not only is he big, you feel the weight of him. You feel it. Like that's what I love about the introduction of Galactus in
And
this movie.
the voice actor for that was also a great choice.
Yeah, Ralph Ineson.
Yes.
Mhm.
But before that, also, what I like about the team in this movie is that when, yeah, there's something they're goofing around and stuff like that, but when something happens, they get serious.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
get ready. They're
and
prepared.
it's not played for jokes.
I know, like when Silver Surfer first shows up, they all get into position, like, okay, let's go. Like even
Right.
Johnny gets serious. Like I like that about like okay, that also kind of like I mean it makes sense because they've been a team for 4 years, so it's like they're well
Yeah,
prepared. They're.
it's not like they're a brand new team that just formed like just like right now. It's
Right.
just like because like you said, it was established.
And
Like
this is obviously the biggest threat they've had ever since they
Mhm.
started. Because they've
yeah,
only had like local threats, like the orangutan fights and like the mole man stuff, like the local stuff. Like here, it's like okay, this is the world. It's ending. It's like
It was so one thing that was kind of
Reed, like
weird
they're
to me.
Reed is like I don't know if we can save the world. He's doubting the possibility of winning this time.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh. I was saying one thing that seemed kind of strange was they kept making out that word Harold as the big part of the story, and I was like, Silver Surfer only said that as she was proclaiming
I herald
that.
this world. You herald that, right?
Yes, I was like, why do they keep trying to find this Harold thing?
Google, what does herald mean? Right. Uh, yeah.
I
The
will say
but
another really good moment is when you explore Reed Richards, like he talks about like how he admits his fear of hurting those that he loves, and you know what I mean, like that sort of dark side about him, like being a father, and how he's afraid about hurting those that he loves, and like I said, there's some really good like individual character moments for these characters, and that's why I really felt like you really feel like
I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Go ahead.
okay.
Mm,
That's why I really feel like you really feel like this is like these are a family bond between these guys, like, and even like Sue Storm's speech about not wanting to give up the baby, and like talking about like that's why I think at that moment, right at that particular moment right there, where I can see why Alex said that Vanessa Kirby really was the MVP of the movie, because just like she knocks it out of the park in that scene. And like I said, it's really good. Like I said, individual character moments. Like you get the Reed Richards stuff, you get the Sue Storm stuff. And like I said, like I will admit though, unlike Superman and a few sequences like the whole pocket universe being kind of wonky CGI, I feel like there wasn't that much of it in this. I feel like this was even more probably visually pleasing when it comes to like sort of action sequences, like this the chase with the Silver Surfer and outer space, and I feel like it was actually more stylistic in this one.
that's what I was curious about with you two. What you two thought about Galactus?
I really liked Galactus.
Mhm.
I thought Galactus was a really good villain,
When
and
they had
yeah,
the helmet.
and the actor that got the voice of that character was great. I want to look him up real quick, but like because I know I've heard his voice before. I know the name Ralph Ineson.
Mhm.
Uh, let's
And
see.
I've
Yeah,
seen the other guy who's, I guess, the talk show host. He was really good. Almost kind of like a narrator in a way of what was going on or what had went on.
yeah, he was in. He was in The Witch from 2015. He was in Ready Player One. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, he was in the. Oh yeah, he was the priest in the first Omen. Oh yeah, he was in Nosferatu. That's what I thought of him from. He had the new Nosferatu.
The other thing
I knew
that
his voice sounded familiar. I'm like, oh, that's who that was. Okay, I knew he sounded familiar.
something I really liked was how they recorded voice or recorded
Who was in the new Nosferatu?
The guy that voiced Galactus.
Who did play Nosferatu?
He was um he was the doctor, Doctor Wilhelm in Nosferatu.
Mhm.
Don't remember him. But then again, I've only seen that movie once.
I've heard a lot of people really like that one.
Oh yeah, he's in Nosferatu. He was the doctor that was treating Lily Rose Depp.
Well, okay. I think I
Yeah,
remember him.
that's Ralph Ineson. Yeah, he had a small supporting role, but I'm like, I knew that voice sounded familiar. I'm like, that's where I noticed him from Nosferatu. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought his voice for Galactus was nice. I really liked his voice for that. I was Alex. I don't know if I was talking to Kenny about like the. I can see why Vanessa Kirby for you was the MVP and she is for me. I think what made her the MVP of the movie for me was that whole speech about her not wanting to give up the child, like sacrificing the baby.
Yes.
That
And
was that moment right there. It's like, okay, this woman, she's the MVP.
that and the ending when she pushing Galactus into the black hole.
Yes.
Mhm.
Dude,
Mhm.
that was like that got me kind of choked up a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I was shocked. I was like, oh my, I'm getting emotional watching a fucking Fantastic Four movie. You know.
It's like
Hey man, this summer has been crazy. Like I got choked up watching a Final Destination movie, a Superman movie, and a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting soft.
And you're getting less cynical over the years.
I'm becoming Kevin Smith. I cry for everything now. Yeah. Shout out to Kevin Smith.
But yeah, but I'm just completely blown away by how much I came out of this film pleasantly surprised with this. I didn't expect too much from this, to be honest. I kind of went in with very low expectations going into the film, and but then
you did.
Wow, it's just like I couldn't believe this. Like I thoroughly for the first time I thoroughly really enjoyed a Fantastic Four film. Thoroughly.
Yes.
Like, and there hasn't because I probably say this is the best one we've had since the 2005 film. And I'm not saying that 2005 film's not like the greatest thing or anything.
Blows the 2005 film out of the water.
And this actually is really the fifth one, where you count the Roger Corman one.
That was true.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, isn't that the one where
low budget one?
I'm about to say Michael Bailey Smith, I think, was the thing. Yeah, like yeah. I'm curious to give that a look though, because I have never seen that before. I've seen like the poster for it and all that stuff, but all I can remember was that Michael Bailey Smith played Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
It was it kind of reminded me of like that unknown like Justice League like pilot or whatever that in the 90s where I think Johnny Gassier was in that Justice League. Like it was kind of like that. Where
that in the 90s Captain America movie.
Oh yeah, the one that Albert Pyun did back in the day. Yeah, from 1990.
And then it's not related, but then I also think of that unreleased Wonder Woman TV pilot, which nothing ever really happened with it.
No.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Show you that you can't have super low budgets for these characters.
No, you need like you need like a big budget because you're gonna need like action sequences. You're gonna use like special effects and things like that. Like
this is okay. I mentioned a couple of negatives. They're not that big. Here's another one.
Okay.
There are some parts. This is not throughout the whole movie, but there are some shots where Baby Franklin is CG and it's kind of distracting.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's not that great looking.
No.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Like again, just like I said, the stretching powers.
I agree.
I'm like, can we not have CG babies in the movies?
I better say the last time I think I saw a CG baby was probably
The Flash.
like the It's Alive movie or something.
But at least
the Flash, the movie, the Flash movie with the CG babies.
Yes.
I almost forgot.
It's not as bad. Okay, it's not as bad as that, but it's still distracting.
It's still not as bad, anywhere near as bad as that. Another thing I was thinking of that I greatly liked was when they recorded voices, they recorded onto these like metallic vinyl records where they look gold, and then that was how Johnny figured out the language of Silver Surfer and what she was saying. And he said her name, but now I can't remember what her name is. But I really like that. The Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer's name.
Yes.
Oh, what was her name?
Yeah, not the actress. I'm talking about the character's name.
Yeah,
the character name. Her name was. I'm gonna pull it up again when I lost it for a second.
But,
her name was.
Because Johnny figures this out in the movie.
Oh, Shala Ball.
Yeah.
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 I love that scene when where he flies into that center of the city and she follows him. And then as they're going, he activates the voice waveform. And then she starts realizing what he's doing.
Yeah. Like he kind of convinces her.
Her backstory was great.
Yeah, I really like that.
I know this is kind of a small thing for me, but I was really glad to see Natasha Lyonne in something again.
Yes.
Yeah, just like we mentioned now, she was just kind of under the.
I'm gonna say like, yeah, I know she's been away for a long time, but because I do like Natasha Lyonne, and it was really great to see her in something again. So
Yeah.
I know it's not really much of a big.
Oh, I know who you mean. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was saying with that. I think she was the woman who was the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I must forgot about it. Yeah, maybe because I kind of blanked out. I'm like, wait a minute. Like I went back and like rewatched. And I'm like, oh, was that I was freaking Natasha Lyonne, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
like
don't
I was just glad to see her in something again because
Yeah.
I don't think I haven't seen her in anything probably since. Man, I couldn't even say the last time I ever saw her in. Maybe Detroit Rock City, maybe.
Blade Trinity.
Oh,
But it's just funny because she was blind in that movie,
Oh yeah.
and then now she's playing the love interest of Ben, but it's not Alicia, the blind girl. It's just a different character.
I loved how when we first ever actually see her, the kids are playing with Ben to have him pick up a
Yeah,
car.
pick up the car. Pick up the car. Yeah.
Yeah, first he pretends like it's too heavy for him.
Yeah, I like that little moment.
And then he did pick it up, and then they were telling him to throw it.
Okay,
It's like,
I will say,
don't throw it.
I will say that the Ben's moment at the ending, the moment I liked more than its clobbering time was when he was trying to help Sue when she's using all her powers, and he's like, "Hold on, Sue," and he's knocking down the building, the little concrete stuff.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so because Galactus is hanging on to the building, he knocks it down so he can lose grip on it. Like I like that moment a lot more than its clobbering time.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I felt more emotional
Yes.
when he ran and broke all the pillars.
Yeah. That's what they call pillars. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like another thing. Okay. This has a. You know how I mentioned, and the crowd and the civilians, Superman, how they turned on him so fast.
yeah.
In this one, they turned for them so fast again as well. It was like the opposite.
Right.
After all that, they were like, "Screw you guys! You're not, you're not sacrificing your baby." And then when she gives a speech, she's like, "Oh, you know what? We're in your side again." Okay, it's like that was quick.
It's like the civilians even thinking about sacrificing the baby in the first place. Like shame.
That was I didn't like that.
Like shame on you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and also the shot when she's coming outside with the baby before she makes the speech. I was like, "This is like Superman."
Yeah, exactly.
It reminded me of that. I was shocked how similar it looked. Except nobody threw a can at her head.
No, you wouldn't want to throw.
They wouldn't rid of that.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to throw. It wouldn't be a good thing to throw something at
Right.
someone if they're carrying a baby.
Exactly. Yeah. You might hit the baby. Here's the thing. A lot of people. I don't have an issue with this, but a lot of people have mentioned how like they had an issue with Reed, telling the civilians what's really going on. Like, oh yeah, like they asked him like, oh, you guys take care of Galactus? Like, no, not really. Like, we're still working on it. Like,
Right.
after he's like, yeah, under one condition. Like, what's that? He told us to sacrifice the baby. We're not gonna do that. Like, they're like, what? A lot of people have a problem with he's telling them everything. But isn't that part of his character that he's honest? He doesn't want to lie to
Yeah,
the
he's
public.
one more honest.
Because if he would have lied to them, what's really
That'd be-
going on,
that-
they
that
would have
could-
lost trust on him.
Right.
And that would like, and Reed Richards is like that would have completely lost the point of the whole character. Where it's like Reed Richards.
Yeah, it would have been out of I thought it would have been out of character if he lied to them.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
because Ben and Johnny are trying kind of like twist the truth. Like, oh, we're still working on it. We're not sure. And but he was like straight up. It's like, yeah, he told us to sacrifice our baby, but we're not gonna do that. And they're like, oh, and then they get that.
The other thing I really liked was when Reed and Sue are in that, I guess, his lab, and she's laying on that bed, and we see what the baby is in her stomach.
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, wouldn't that be a really good way if we could do a sonogram like that?
Yeah, that's part of the futuristic world they live in.
Um, I, everyone had to keep guessing if it is a boy or girl.
Hmm. And because he also wanted to know if the child was gonna have powers, and he didn't
True.
think it. He didn't think so.
Right. Oh, that was the other thing I liked because it he kept doing all kinds of he kept doing a different series of tests, and it never nothing ever showed that the baby had any kind of ability.
Okay. Yeah, and then you find out the baby does have ability,
Yeah.
and how Thomas mentioned earlier that they have the scene at the ending where you think Sue is dead. And for a second, I thought they had me. I was like, holy
I
fuck,
think
did they
well,
really?
I think she actually did until the baby.
I know, but like I thought that she was gonna stay dead. So I was like, oh, is she actually gonna die? And then I realized, like, wait a minute. The baby probably has powers, so I think I know where this is gonna go. Like, oh yeah,
Mm. So
yeah,
it's like the baby is a defibrillator
yeah.
himself.
He's that powerful.
Mm.
What do you guys think of the Johnny trying to sacrifice himself at the end? So like,
I really liked what they did with that. I thought that
see,
would have been
when he said
uh,
that, when he said like, here's the thing. This is the problem with announcing who's gonna be Avengers Doomsday a year in advance, because they announced all these characters are gonna be in it. So it's like I know he wasn't gonna die.
Yeah.
So like when he was about to do that, I thought like, oh, Silver Surfer's probably gonna show up, and she does.
Yeah.
Next time I'm like, ah, sacrifice myself. Yeah, because she was gone throughout most of the third act.
Yeah.
Like when her and Johnny have that scene, that big scene together, she just leaves and we don't see her again till the very ending, where she helps them out last minute.
Hmm.
yes, she did that all because she finally uh, remembered in what Galactus was doing with her.
Yeah, yeah.
I did. I thought that was really good how that was handled. Even though bumping Johnny out of the way, that may have been a bit not so
Well, they
good.
had to. She had to act fast because like Galactus was about to come out of that
But
black hole.
then when she went towards Galactus, then knocked him into that
That,
machine.
that was a pretty good jump scare where like they think they pushed him in all the way. It's like
Uh,
we really did it, and his big hand comes out like it's like a horror movie. I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit! Just because you
right.
saw how scary he kind of was when he first comes in the town, the city. Um, I will say I've been kind of crapping on the civilians in this movie, but you know what I liked about them? Uh,
Mm,
when they decide to kind of help him out a bit, like when Reed tells him like that that he had that plan to transport the Earth to somewhere else, so Galactus won't find it. Like he was telling them like uh, every night just turn off all your electricity throughout the whole city, like the whole
yeah.
world, like they were doing that. And I thought to myself, like, wow, if that was done today, if Fantastic Four lived in 2025, you've had so many people going like, oh, like, how dare you tell me how to use my electricity? It's my freedom, We'd be fucked. That plan would not work today if they try to do that.
That,
There would be so many people complaining, saying like, how dare you, like, don't lecture me how to live my life and how I use my electricity, you know?
the thing I liked about that whole sequence was how all countries in the world collaborated and worked together to and build those
Thomas, is that you? Hold on,
bridges.
sorry. Thomas, is that you?
What,
The
Bingen?
Yeah,
No, you know your
Yeah.
ringing thing.
I'm trying to
yeah.
tell them on a live stream, but they don't want to listen to me.
Just don't reply. Okay, go ahead, Kenny. What were you
Yeah,
saying?
go ahead.
And I really liked how they all the countries collaborated, worked together to build the bridge. Every one of them all worked together in building a bridge so they could try and transport the Earth to a different sector. I think it was,
Yes.
but then I was like, why can't we work together in that kind of way now? I was like, but then I it was a big surprise when the first time I saw it when the surfer went around and blowing all of them up, blowing all those things
Yeah,
up.
I was like, dude, what the hell are they gonna do now? Every time, like it looks like they had it figured out. But like, no, something happens.
All right.
Same with the they're about to trick Galactus,
Uh,
stepping on the thing. He's about to step on it. And he's like, he looks at it like, he's
And
like,
you
what does he
realize
say?
you
He
realize
says like, he says clever insects, right? That's what he says, right?
yes, yes, that's it.
Do you realize something too about like villains in this film, where about a black hole, where Superman did the same thing to his alter ego in the Superman 2025, and they did the same
Yeah,
thing to Black is in the black hole in this one.
yeah.
You realize a trend here, right?
Black
Uh,
holes. Well, it was never really a black hole in Superman. There was
It kind of technically was a
it
black.
was though.
It kind of technically was a black hole, but
I know what Thomas is thinking. He's thinking about glory holes.
it was like that, but
like holes and riding people, and
Thomas is going there with this freaking.
just like how I did in that the Jason X discussion
Yeah.
with Friday the 13th.
I know we already mentioned it, but I really liked how they made the colors. Like I like the light blue of a lot of the
I like
things
the
in
costumes, by
the
the way.
yeah,
I
and
haven't
the
mentioned that. I did like the costumes,
costume.
Oh, the costumes.
the suits. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the costumes in this were fantastic. No pun intended.
No pun intended. I've avoided saying
Yeah,
the
they
word.
certainly look better than how we've seen them before.
Like I thought that the ones from 2005 and
They were
those ones
okay
they're
looking.
okay and they were way better than whatever the fuck they were in
Mm.
2015.
Well, then again, though, that was really more the studio's fault than Josh Trank.
You
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
the car in this I really liked. It was an actual car, not what they had in that. It rather the Silver Surfer that I guess it was a car, but it could break in two
Yeah. Oh, I thought they broke in four.
or four, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, four.
Mhm. Yeah, I was worried like there was, and at the end of the day, it kind of was just like a better version of the Chris Evans just Gobble ones.
Yeah,
Like they kind of put those together, but they expanded in a better story and better villains and better actors.
Mm.
But
The other something I really appreciated about Johnny was that he felt more like he was a part of the family and the
yeah,
team in
I
this.
agree. Yeah, that's why I mentioned a little bit earlier, like how he felt
And
useful to the team.
but
He wasn't just like the egotistical womanizer that we
um,
kind of used to.
and he was certainly helpful with talking with countries about just I guess coordinating
Hmm.
things
Yeah.
and their spaceship, the ship they used in this to lift off in was incredible. I really liked how they made that look. We were talking about black hole and space and the space scenes, but no one mentioned how the spaceship looked. So, I
I mean,
really liked
Alex, do you
how
think that there was a lot less wonky CGI in this than there was in Superman?
If I have to be
yeah,
honest, no, I have to be honest. There was less wonky CGI in this one.
yeah,
That's because I mean, when you were away from your camera, I was talking to Kenny about like how there was a lot less wonky CGI in this because like that whole black hole, or not the black hole, but like
The
the
Pocket
pocket
Universe,
in
yes.
Superman, it was a little really wonky with like
There wasn't
river.
like there wasn't like a sequence in this that felt like
Not even
it
the
was
ones in outer space felt really wonky.
no, they were good
right.
but like the
They were
only
fluid. They were color. They were very smoothly shot.
the only CG I had the only CG problem I had was the
Is the
stretching
baby?
and the baby, yes. The baby and the stretching powers.
What was the other CGI? Oh, the stretching parts.
That's really it. It wasn't like a
yeah,
whole.
they were kind of more like.
It wasn't like a whole sequence.
They were kind
Like
of more smaller stuff though. Like the Pocket Universe was like this really big, massive set piece.
The lava, whatever. River.
Yeah, the lava river.
That there wasn't like a sequence like that.
Particle.
Oh yeah, the particle river. Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
I would think of the name of it, but Kenny had it. The particle river. There we go.
The freaking lava river.
Hey, it kind of looked like lava in a way.
I don't know what the hell that was. Yeah. But yeah, I will say I'll give it to Fantasy 4 with the visuals a little bit more. If to answer your question, yes, there was less wonky CG in this one compared to Superman.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, I was just thinking there's the spaceship they flew in. It was a lot like the what's Elon Musk's space corporation, SpaceX. It was like that, bro. It was like that spaceship that took off and then landed by itself.
I haven't thought about that because I don't think
I was just thinking about that. I looked at it. The way it landed, it reminded me of those rockets in space with SpaceX.
Yeah.
I was like, I really like how they.
Thomas, what are you looking at?
Look.
I'm watching the game. Sorry.
Oh, what game? Phillies?
What game?
Yeah, Sunday Night Baseball. Yeah.
Okay. Who are they facing?
Tigers.
Okay.
The game's almost over. They got one more inning left. I was keeping track of most of it on the computer, but
Tigers and who?
Phillies.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yeah.
And
You said, Kenny, you were saying about the spaceship.
Yeah, but go ahead, Kenny. Say what you were saying.
You were saying about the spaceship designs.
yeah, I was like, I think that looked better than how we've seen the spaceship they had before it ever looked, especially like in the 2005 one. I don't think they showed a ship in 2015, did they?
No, they went to that alternate universe.
It was in the alternate universe. They weren't.
Yeah, it was their own pocket universe.
Yeah. But
it was like a desert planet or something.
That the way the CG for that looked, unless it was because I doubt it was a real spaceship, but that looked really, really good. And
is there something? I mean, okay. Did you guys say that you liked the baby? I mean,
No, I didn't like the baby CGI.
Okay, yeah, the CGI.
Yeah, the CGI on the baby was atrocious.
Yeah, some parts it didn't look so good.
That was like Flash level CGI.
No, it wasn't as bad though.
Well, okay. When I say like Flash level, I mean like that.
No, it was distracting. It was, but the ones in the Flash was. No, yeah, it was, but the ones in the Flash were like worse. Was worse looking.
Something that belongs in the freaking It's Alive remake, not this.
Kind of. Son of the Mask.
Oh God.
No, it wasn't.
We'll see like Alan Cummings' face as Loki on the baby.
Right. It wasn't as bad, but it's still distracting. It's again, I said I have to repeat myself.
Yes,
CG stretching CG and CG babies never gonna look good, man. I'm like, how much money you got?
I guess
the thing is like, you know what though? But with that post credit scene, we don't have to worry about that because that baby is getting older, so we don't have to use.
I was about to say that post credit scene with Doctor Doom. I mean, come on now.
That actually got me kind of hyped.
I did. It did. Yeah. That was like one of the best post credit scenes I think I've seen.
But they didn't show his face though.
And then, what did you two think of the animated series? A very end credit scene.
That was fun.
That was cute. I
liked how like an animated series of Fantasy 4 exists in their universe.
And none of us have mentioned this, but I really liked Herbie, that little bitty robot.
Yeah, he kind of reminded me of a Wall-E a bit.
Yeah, in a way, it did.
It was like a mixture of Wall-E and the robot from the Jetsons.
Oh,
I really liked
the robot nanny.
Yes.
Yeah. I liked how the eyes were the recording the tapes.
Herbie's like babysitting the Franklin when they're all taking care of Galactus.
Hmm.
Kind of like that. I thought it was kind of funny.
And then I really that was also really fun when they were talking about when they were trying to baby proof the house. They had the
Yeah,
montage of
yeah,
all these mishaps.
yeah.
The funniest was to I thought was it when Ben fell over that baby the that gate and he crashed down and Herbie tried to
Yeah,
race away.
yeah.
I
Like,
really like that little little thing. I thought that was I, I thought that was adorable. I don't know if they'll ever make a bit an actual toy of it, but that would be fun. I mean, I'm sure they will,
oh,
but it wasn't a
a
real
toy of
thing.
Herbie. Are you talking about like a toy of Herbie where you can actually move it?
Yes, yeah.
I don't know. They haven't. I don't follow like
Well,
toys
because then
merchandise.
I know BB-8 was an actual for
I
Star
was
Wars.
just. I was just. I was just
That
thinking
was an
about BB.
actual thing they built.
Yeah, I was just thinking about BB-8 when you mentioned Herbie. How about like the toy?
Mm.
I never got one. I wanted to get one BB-8, but I never got around to getting
Oh, then I really like the scene when Sue is looking around trying to find Reed. She goes into the nursery and sees Herbie building the baby crib,
Yes.
and then she kept, then Sue kept questioning Reed about it.
Yeah, because he's kind of like sort of like he's trying to balance uh, him being a scientist, but also a hero, but also a husband and a father.
Right.
As like he hasn't gone there yet, and she's getting frustrated with him. I like that moment they had together about like how he says like he kind of sort of trying to convince her like we gonna have to use our baby as bait. We have no choice. Like he doesn't want to
Oh,
sacrifice. He doesn't want to sacrifice the baby, but it's like we, what the hell? Either we need to use the baby as bait, or we're gonna all gonna die. Like
right. And then Stu and him got, well, Stu got really upset about it, and then
yeah,
she disappeared.
yeah,
I really, the opening, the very first opening scene of this, I really loved when Rita's looking around in the bathroom for, he's looking for something. Well,
like
for two
oil,
things.
right, or something like that.
Yeah, he was looking for two things. Yeah, oil, and then Sue gets the other thing that I was really looking for because it was in a different part of the bathroom that he didn't check.
Hmm.
Then that was where she got the pregnancy test
Yeah,
strip.
I kind of like that the movie opens like that.
Yeah.
It makes it feel more personal
Hmm.
because I think the original cut of the movie, the longer version, was gonna be probably like an action scene, like with John Malkovich's character. Like they cut. That's what I mean. Like there was a lot of those scenes on the moment and stuff. Like they just cut it down to a montage, which I'm
Hmm.
fine with. I'm like, okay, kind of, but I don't know. I mean, it does make the pacing more tighter, which is not a bad thing.
Hmm.
So, but I like that the movie opened with them two finding out that she's gonna have a baby.
I really like the cooking and the dinner scenes when Herbie tries to do cooking, and then
Hmm.
Ben tries to do some cooking. I think he was saying to Johnny not to put his finger in the food or wash your hands first.
Yeah.
And then,
Don't
then
spoil your dinner when he's eating the cereal.
yeah, and then but then Ben dips I think his pinky into one of the sauce, and that was when he clapped and said, "Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
here we go."
That's another thing. I wasn't sure how I was gonna like Ben because I from the trailer I didn't really love the look and his voice, but you know what? I when I finally saw the movie, his performance won me over. Like I really liked him.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. That goes for everybody. Like
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people had concerns about Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards.
I never did because I like him.
I
But
never
like,
did either.
Right. I didn't.
Because like
I always knew he. I think he was always going to be a really great Reed.
I liked him. I liked him a lot better in this than I did in Wonder Woman 84.
Oh yeah, this is a lot better.
No, but like him, like I didn't like him in that movie though.
No.
Here I did a lot.
Well, then again, then Wonder Woman 84, like that wasn't. You can't really fault him for that. That was kind of more the script.
Yeah, sure, but like I usually like him and stuff I've seen him. That's one I thought was kind of annoying to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
That movie. Here it's like okay, he's a lot more likable. Like
Yeah,
like he was a villain in that movie, but like here I thought his performance was better.
He almost seems like he's a comic book or sci-fi go-to person now, in a way. Because he's in Mandalorian.
Yeah, and he was Game of Thrones.
And then The Last of Us.
Yeah. A lot of people complain that he's in everything. Like, you know what? If you're a good actor, you're. I don't care how much.
Well,
you
then
make
again,
10
though,
movies. I don't care if somebody makes 10 movies a year. If they're a good actor, they're a good actor.
Right.
Yeah,
Why does it fucking matter?
Who does a pretty poor job at that? The Rock.
It was like Mel
Exactly.
Gibson. It was like Mel Gibson.
But he's not that great.
Right.
He picks like the dumbest shit.
But that new boxing movie he has, it looks pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I will admit.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Well, sorry, Kenny. What did you say?
Then I was saying as you were talking about good actors, I've seen over and over. It was like Mel Gibson early on, say after around the time of Braveheart.
Yeah, but
when he
nobody
was
complained
in
about that.
He was in quite a few different roles.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because it just seems it's like I'm kind of seeing it with it just I think it's just like a social media thing where like people just get cynical so easily about movies and
It's like Russell Crowe also, where for a while he was seen a lot, but I always enjoyed seeing him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and then you were saying about Joseph Quinn. I think he was the best choice they could have gotten for Johnny.
Yeah, have you seen him in Stranger Things? I felt like okay, that's a good casting right there.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Like when I think of Joseph Quinn, I always get confused with the other Joseph that was in Jurassic Park.
Joseph Mazzello?
Yeah, I don't know for some reason they look so similar to one another. It's crazy. I don't know why, but like
He could have been Joseph Quinn could have been in Bohemian Rhapsody as well.
He could have been, as the John Deacon character. Yeah,
I guess so. I
thought
he was. I was like, no, he wasn't.
I don't know why I get Joe Quinn and Joseph Mazzello like all
Too many
mixed up.
Josephs.
I know. There's way too many of those.
I really liked. There were two scenes that Johnny and Reed had where they're talking about the suits, where Johnny first went to Reed about he had a good idea or plan for how the suits should look. I think it was when they went into space.
Yes.
But Reed didn't really pay attention.
They're updating the suits.
Then when Reed finally shows Johnny that he had finally gotten around to working that out where it looks good and functional, Johnny was all giddy and happy about it. It's like, I take back every bad thing I said about you, or to myself I did.
Yeah. That was funny.
Huh. I think that covered everything I could think of.
Yeah, I can't think of other I've mentioned pretty much everything I wanted to mention about the movie. Like the performances were good, visuals were mostly good. I liked the family theme. The pacing was great. Galactus and Silver Surfer were great villains. Maybe no Silver Surfer became good at the end, but you know what I mean. It's just some of the minor stuff, like the Mole Man stuff and Natasha Lyonne's character and the civilians kind of had issues with. But
Right.
those weren't big issues, though. It didn't really hurt the movie for me. It just that's what makes the movie not perfect. You know. Um, but yeah.
Did everything work out good for Rob, or is he still having trouble with
No,
the?
he wasn't able to update his tablet, so
Um,
unfortunately, yeah, it's a bummer. But hopefully he can
Yeah,
come on next time. Hopefully he can come for the next stream. But Thomas, final thoughts about Fantasy Four? Because I got nothing really else other than unless you want to.
we've summed up we've summed up a lot of the stuff pretty much.
I
We've
mean,
summed
we
up.
already mentioned the post-credit scene too, so we
I'm about to say, yeah, like I really wanted to mention the post-credit scene because of the. I mean, granted, you don't see Doctor Doom, but
I got one thing to list. I forgot. I got one thing I haven't mentioned, but go ahead.
I'm about to say my overall final thoughts on the whole thing. I feel like I really do feel like comic books now are making a comeback, because there was a little bit of time where the comic book movies were really
Don't call it a comeback.
there was a period of time where comic book films were either really bad or just really bland, where you had Aquaman 2, Shazam 2, The Eternals, and all
Hey,
these.
Eternals is good.
Nah, I mean, like I've seen. I mean, it was
I like the Eternals. Man.
blase
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
But like a lot like Shazam,
Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man 3.
Black Adam.
Black Adam was good. What are you talking about?
I mean to say like, but
Nah, you're a hater.
there was a period of time where it's just like,
I agree. There was a lot of bad comic movies.
but now it's like now with Superman and Black and I'm sorry with Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
like,
for artists, you said Black Adam.
Thunderbolt.
I have. Have you seen Thunderbolts yet?
I seen it. I like it.
I'm about to say I still have yet to see Thunderbolts.
I have the
I
Blu- It's on
didn't.
Blu. It's
I'm gonna say I got to get it on Blu-ray because I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters, but I've heard a lot of good things about it too. My coworkers saw it and they loved it. So,
Yeah.
and they're
Definitely-
like one of some of the
definitely
biggest
more-
ones you guys you can think of. But
definitely one of the more darker MCU movies in a while.
but I overall final thoughts on the film. I adored this film just like I did with Superman. The characters, the cast, like the camaraderie between the characters, some good emotional moments, has some good comic book moments of like colorful moments, has some really good moments of seriousness, just like with Superman that had good like comedic moments, serious moments. It was really colorful. And the ash sequences were visually pleasing to watch, and the Phillies win the game. So it was visually pleasing.
Wait, the Phillies were in Fantasy Four?
Like everything was like visually like I love the designs of the costumes, love different, like I said, the different character arcs, like Sue, like but I still say easily Sue Storm is the best of the four. I thought she was my favorite of the whole cast. And I really like Vanessa Kirby's portrayal of Sue Storm.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, and congratulations to Matt Shackman for his first big feature film, coming from a sitcom of just the 10 of us to now working for Marvel, working on WandaVision, now working on this. Congratulations, dude! This was one hell of a home run that you hit on your first film.
You're the first director to make a good Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, he really is. This is actually the first Fantastic Four I thoroughly enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, enjoyed the film, and it's definitely one of the best films of the year.
There's hardly anyone liked Fan Four Stick.
Well, I think I can think of one mellow yellow guy that liked Fan Four Stick.
Yes, I know.
And don't be surprised if he likes that one more than this one.
Right.
Anyway, but the one thing I haven't mentioned, I wanted to bring this up, that going into the movie, I thought this movie is not gonna work if they defeat Galactus, because I thought like, okay, well, if he wins at the end, Galactus, and they go to the MCU world, like that would be better for it. But like, no, I was wrong. Actually, them defeating Galactus at the end, it worked. I thought that was the better decision. I thought in hindsight. I didn't think that was gonna work for me. I thought it was gonna be too safe. But you know what? This is you're bringing back the Fantastic Four and film. Like
and how it
they
was
shouldn't
written,
lose. They shouldn't lose in the first movie. So you know what? I'm glad they won at the end.
right, and how it was written, it made. I
It needs
think
to be crowd. It needs to be crowd pleasing. Yes. But overall, yes, I enjoyed the movie a lot more than I thought. It exceeded my expectations. My low expectations.
It exceeded mine too because me and you, like
Definitely.
I said, me and Alex were not really that big on the first trailer.
No, I wasn't
I'm
any of
like,
the trailers.
I don't know about this.
Really, any of the trailers, I wasn't like, I don't know.
Yeah, like well, the thing is though, I only watched the first show that you sent me, and that was it.
I want to call you that, Mister First Trailer.
Well, the thing is with me, like with trailers,
That's
the
all you see
I
now.
really
Yeah.
have not really, I can turn.
Yeah, but then when you go watch a movie in theaters, they show trailers for every movie. What the fuck are you gonna do with that?
like I was saying before, you or Rob got on. This has Avatar, Fire and Ash. That was the first time.
Fucking go cinema. Jim Cameron's the king. You can't stop him.
That's I'm. I don't. I was saying to Alex, I don't remember if that was the actual title for this third one. I can't remember.
Oh, when it was announced?
Yeah,
Uh,
years ago.
no, it was announced like last year, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, barely. He filmed. James Cameron filmed a movie like 3-4 years ago.
Hmm.
It's kind of crazy. Anyway, yeah, but overall, Fantastic Four Steps was a solid entry, not just in the MCU, but also for Fantastic Four. As an IP.
And I'm really, and after this, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with Avengers Doomsday.
I'm curious how the Russo brothers are gonna handle these characters.
Yeah, because aren't they doing the Doomsday movie?
Yeah, they're gonna be in it.
Yes, they're doing
So
both of them.
let's see if the Russos can make stretching look good.
Yeah,
Let's see.
we shall see.
Let's see. Okay, so, Kenny, final thoughts on Fantastic Four.
Overall, yeah, like with you two, I thoroughly enjoyed this all the way through, and there's only like what you were saying. I think 3, 4 things. Other than that, that were kind of nitpick, but not. It didn't.
Minor issues. Yeah.
It did. I didn't. It didn't make me not enjoy it any more than I did.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this, this, certainly out of any Fantastic Four, I think this is my favorite.
Oh yeah, this is without a doubt the best Fantastic Four film I've seen of all time.
Easily. Easily.
Yeah, and that's not
It's not even
saying.
close.
But say because you had Fantastic Four in 2015, then the Rise of the Silver Surfer, and then I mean, I can't really say the one in 2005 was completely awful. Let's just be honest. I can't say it's awful, but it's not as good as this. I feel like that was just kind of more. Then again, that was like the first ever like. Maybe one day I'm really curious to give that 1994 one a look, but I'm had this.
It's free on. It's on YouTube.
Oh, it is on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
It never got an official release because.
and funny enough, funny enough, they actually have cameo appearances in this.
I didn't notice them. Where were they?
Yeah,
I didn't.
yeah. Alex Hyde White and Michael Bailey Smith and the other two.
I
people.
didn't. Where were? I don't even know where they were in the movie because I don't.
I'm about to say, I think it says it on the Wikipedia page who they. Played.
It wasn't like the Will Reeve cameos. Like you organized them.
Nah, it's definitely not. Or the John Cena cameo.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh
yeah, right. When he's actually dressed as.
Speaking of which, Peacemaker season 2 premieres on August 21st. HBO Max.
Oh, okay. So, Alex Hyde White and Rebecca Sudd, they played the television journalist.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael Bailey Smith and Jay Underwood, they play the power plant workers who salute Johnny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were. So that was like Michael Bailey Smith. He's the real big, tall guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the power plant worker that saluted Johnny Storm.
Okay.
Yes, I remember that. The other, I was saying, I really like that
The thing is-
host.
The thing is that when I first saw that, I'm like, I thought of Pluto from Hills of Eyes,
Yeah. Yeah.
or Super Freddy in Elm Street 5.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Right, yeah.
That's what it's for. Yeah. All right. So overall, we all enjoyed Fantasy 4 First Steps.
Yes.
And I'm curious to see how it turns out with Doomsday. I can't say I'm hyped for Doomsday that much, but I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch it in theaters. That's for sure.
As it still gets me really. I'm curious on also word how they're going to work that in with Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Von Doom, Victor Von Doom. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
we just got teases of him in this movie. We didn't see him fully, so
Right.
we're gonna have to wait for Doomsday for that. So yeah, um, yeah. So anybody who's watching, thanks for watching. What are your thoughts? People watching, comment later. What are your thoughts of the movie? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What was your favorite parts? All that stuff.
Yeah, because no one commented.
Yeah, we got no comments tonight.
Yeah, no Forca. Oh well.
That's a little disappointing.
uh, but yeah. Uh, hope you guys enjoyed our thoughts in the stream. It sucks that Rob couldn't figure out the tablet issue, but
Yeah.
hopefully we can get him next time. It's
Well,
unfortunate. We lost the fourth member of our Fantastic Four. Shit.
right, right. And because then that's what you were kind of excited for, having four of us for four.
Yeah, but stupid ass technology.
Right,
We don't have the technology the movie had. That's the problem.
right.
That's the problem. Yeah. All right. So. All right. We are about to end the stream.
Alrighty.
We'll see
All right.
what happens in the next year or so with superhero movies.
Yeah.
Let's keep the momentum going.
Yeah. Let's keep the good vibes going.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We are out of here. We're making like a
Alrighty.
we're making like a tree and leaving.
Back to the future.